All right, the Atlanta Falcons are idiots for drafting Michael Penix Jr. Okay, and I haven't talked about this, but like, bro, I am not an unrealistic fan. I'm not gonna be up here like some Knicks fans and fucking they draft somebody I don't know when to draft. I'm gonna be mad at it. I trust my franchise to pick the right guy, and there was two things that could have happened for why we got two good ass quarterbacks on our roster now that's going to be like fighting for a spot in the next 2-3 years. We paid one of them $200 million to be on this team for 4 to 5 years, and we got a rookie now with our 8th pick in the first round. And we try to go back for the 10th round or try to get a top 10 pick after the fact. I don't know what we was looking to do there. I seen the jokes they were saying we try to draft J.J. McCarthy. It's fine, bro. It's easy to kick down the Falcons, but in reality, there's two people that the Falcons organization, the GMs, the front office looked at and was like, we need somebody else on this team. They looked at Kirk Cousins and they either paid him all that money, and right after they paid him, they're like, I don't know, I think we need some type of reassurance. Maybe his Achilles at 34 years old, after he tore it, maybe ain't the same. That's fine. A 24-year-old Michael Penix Jr., why the fuck does it matter if he's 24 years old, bro? He could play all the way up to he's fucking 38, 39 at a high level. That's the QB spot. Like, that's a quarterback's fucking timeline, is to play all the way up to his late 30s. Like, why does 24 matter? It only matters because Kirk Cousins got like a 4 or 5 year deal, and Michael Penix might not start till he's 28. If you think if Michael Penix progresses in the offense, and we think he's able to play before Kirk Cousins is, like, bro, Kirk Cousins is not going to be the same quality player in 4 years, bro. I could tell you that right now. And Michael Penix is going to be 26, 27 at that time, going to be in the offense, know the playbooks in 2-3 years. It's not that fucking hard to, like, understand why the Falcons did this shit. Yes, is it, like, you kind of turn your head a little bit, but obviously something happened between Michael Penix from the day they fucking signed Kirk Cousins to the draft where they're like, hey, he should be our guy. Or Kirk Cousins did something where it's like, after we signed him, maybe from that point on to the draft, maybe he's not the guy. We don't know, bro. But it's obviously something that the fans do not know. And it's like, yes, it's an eye turner sometimes, a head turner. But, bro, you just got to trust your team, bro. And we drafted like 3 or 4 defensive players right after that. So I'm fine with that, bro. That's all we need to do. And we drafted some like a running back and a wide receiver late in the 6th round and shit. Bro, it's fine, bro. Like, stop overreacting.
The shock of the 2024 NFL Draft.
But obviously, I didn't think we were going to get Penix. I thought it was going to be Dallas Turner or fucking Latu like everybody else. But hey, I ain't mad at it, bro. I've been a Penix guy from day one, bro. I just don't think... like I said from the start, bro, if we want to get Penix and draft him day one, that's fine, bro. But, like, don't do both, bro. I didn't like that we went to free agency. Hey, if we went free agency and got $200 million, Kirk Cousins, that's fine. Select somebody else in the draft. But we went QB and free agent and in our first round pick. That's kind of confusing, yes, but shit, I still trust my organization.
Did Michael Penix Jr.
Michael Penix Jr. What? Michael Penix Jr.
I ain't lie, that was low-key my reaction. Oh god, every Falcons... Yeah.
The Falcons taking Michael Penix Jr.
Like,
at 8. Penix was expected to be a late first-rounder at best. And
bro, and obviously Penix was not dropping to the 2nd round, bro. Like, bro, the fucking Broncos drafted Bo Nix at 14, bro, or fucking 12. I don't even know what pick they had. They drafted Bo Nix at 12, bro. And you think Michael Penix was going to slide to the late first round? It wasn't happening, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The Raiders were going to pick them up sooner or later, bro. They were going to trade in the top 15 something, bro. Those too many teams that need a quarterback right now, bro. And you've seen how far the Broncos jumped up to get fucking Bo Nix.
Certainly wasn't supposed to go before J.J. McCarthy, but you never know with the draft. Penix is coming off of an incredible 2-year stretch at Washington, playing for Kalen DeBoer. Last season, Penix passed for 4,900 yards, the most in the NCAA.
He had like 3 or 4 fucking wide receivers drafted in this
interceptions
draft.
And rushed for 3 touchdowns. He finished 2nd in Heisman voting behind Jaden Daniels and led the Huskies to an undefeated regular season and to the national championship, where they did lose to Michigan. Penix was fantastic and was in 2022 too. The Huskies were good, and Penix threw for 4,600 yards and 31 touchdowns to 8 interceptions with 4 rushing touchdowns. There's no doubt he showed the tools to be an NFL quarterback while in Seattle. The concerns with...
And it's like, the other thing is, bro, this man Penix is 24. I think Kyle Pitts is 24. I think Drake London's 23. And I think Bijan is like 22 or 21, bro. He fits the timeline, bro. You want a fucking 36-year-old Kirk Cousins throwing to a fucking prime Kyle Pitts and a prime Drake London with Bijan in the backfield? No, you do not, bro. You want to draft a quarterback. Yes, we could have waited until next year or the year after, obviously. But you don't know what that draft, what's going to be coming in that draft, bro. So it's like, get your guy right now.
Date back to his time in Bloomington. For one, Penix played 4 seasons at Indiana, so he was in college for 6 years and is going to be a 24-year-old rookie. He and Zach Wilson, who just got traded after his 3rd season in the NFL, are less than a year apart. Age is a factor, and injuries are too. He tore his ACL as a true freshman, dislocated his shoulder in 2019, tore his ACL again in 2020, and separated the AC joint in his shoulder.
Yeah, that's kind of like 4 season-ending injuries is crazy. 6 years at college is crazy, but bro.
2021.
Second in Heisman.
4 seasons in Indiana and 4 big injuries. He started in 17 total
didn't
games
stop
for
him in the
Hoosiers,
senior
throwing
year.
for 4,000
He was
yards,
at Washington.
28 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, and rushing for 6 touchdowns. He decided to transfer to Washington to play for DeBoer, his offensive coordinator at IU in 2019, and the rest is history. He had a good 2 seasons, and it was enough for the Falcons to want him
watched all 3
8th
days.
overall, even though they paid a veteran QB a lot of money this offseason. I don't quite understand what the Falcons are doing here. You don't pay a quarterback a ton of money and then turn around and draft one high too. It just...
The thing is, bro, there has to be something from the first day of free agency to the draft, bro. There was something had to like spark, either bad in Kirk Cousins or good on Michael Penix, bro. I'm telling you, that's the only reason they went and did that, bro. They didn't sign Kirk Cousins knowing they were gonna draft Penix in the draft, bro. Something happened and fucking training and shit on the field with Penix, or like in the room when they was fucking testing them and shit. Something happened when like, oh shit, they blew me away with fucking Penix's fucking either mind or fucking skills. Or Kirk Cousins shit, they like, maybe he was on the practice field, I don't know, training. That Achilles ain't holding up. I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
Man, W's there with the resub.
The Falcons signed Kirk Cousins to a 4-year, $180 million contract. There is an out after 2026, and the Falcons might be better off moving on before the end of the deal. Kirk is an insane $90 million cap hit this year and $65 million next year, but then it goes down to $25 million in 2026, and he has a $10 million roster bonus. It wouldn't be much of a surprise if Kirk didn't.
Like, bro, it's just like, it's just so stupid, bro. I don't understand, like, how people are that, like, confused about this shit. If Kirk this is the guy that's supposed to be our franchise quarterback for the next 3-4 years, bro. And it's like, why not just have Penix back him up just in case, bro? It's a Colin Kaepernick situation, bro. Like, let's just have Penix on the sideline, like, just watching him. So if Kirk fucks up or gets injured, boom, Penix is in there. Boom, knows the offense, sat for a year already. Boom, jump right in.
Finish out his full 4-year deal. He's going to be a 36-year-old entering the first season of a 4-year deal, coming off of a torn Achilles. He only played in 8 games, passing for 2,300 yards, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Kirk was on his way to a potential career year. He's been consistent. He's thrown for 20-plus touchdowns in 8 straight seasons before that 2023 injury. Kirk was good for 6 years in Minnesota. He spent 6 years in Washington before that, where I watched him a ton, but he's only won a single playoff game in his career. Kirk Cousins has consistently been a good NFL quarterback, but not necessarily elite. The Falcons took their...
Exactly, bro. Like, exactly. We're not signing Kirk Cousins to come take us to the Super Bowl, bro. We hope Penix can do that, bro. So it's like, Kirk was never the guy to, like, get us deep in the playoffs, nothing like that. He was there to help us start getting reps in the playoffs, bro. Let's get one game in the playoffs. Let's get into the playoffs first. Let's start winning 1-2 games. And Kyle Pitts, Bijan, and Drake London, they need the experience, bro. That's what it is.
On him and gave him a ton of money. The question now becomes just how long he's actually going to start in Atlanta with a 24-year-old rookie coming in. But this wasn't a move Kirk saw coming. Diana Rossini reported that the Falcons called Kirk when they were on the clock to let him know. He knew Atlanta could draft a quarterback, but he didn't think it would be in the first round and is apparently a bit stunned. You don't see teams take a quarterback at the draft with a good vet on the roster, but this isn't the first time, and it's worked before, even if it was a little different. Head coach Raheem Morris said that the Green Bay model is something the Falcons had talked about. The Packers drafted Jordan Love.
What was it? Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers. What's his old ass name? I'm about to say Case Keenum. What's it called?
At 26 in the 2020 NFL draft. They still had Aaron Rodgers, who is a surefire Hall of Famer once he retires. It's not like Rodgers was the
NFL expert.
Just thrown for 4,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers was still Aaron Rodgers, and he turned around and won back-to-back MVPs after Love was drafted. Jordan Love sat behind Rodgers for 3 years and got his shot last season. He was good, passing for 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Love looks every bit like the future in Green Bay, and the Packers did pretty much the same thing with Aaron Rodgers.
What does that mean, bro? Like, bro, it's Dre, bro. It's Dre.
He was drafted at 24 in the 2005 NFL Draft and sat behind Hall of Famer Brett Favre for 3 seasons before he got to start.
3 seasons, bro.
The Green Bay model has worked twice for the Packers.
And it's like, if Penix can... Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, the fucking Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, Penix, Drake May, Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels. Those 6 quarterbacks, I can guarantee you half of them are going to be fucking nowhere in 4 or 5 years. If Penix can be one of those quarterbacks that can stay around and be the franchise quarterback of this team, what the fuck are we talking about age for, bro? We drafted the right guy.
Century, but the Falcons situation,
he can play until he's 38, 39.
Atlanta hasn't been making the postseason every year, or is a contender.
Like, I don't understand, like, if he could be our franchise quarterback for the next 10, 15 years, what the fuck does his age matter, bro?
This is brand new to Atlanta.
If he's ready to jump in that offense, he's 24.
Were the guy at the time. Love and Rodgers were also drafted at a younger age than Penix. At least the Falcons did tell Cousins they were drafting Penix before the pick. The Packers didn't tell Rodgers or Favre when they drafted their eventual replacement. I get it. The Green Bay model works. It's 2 for 2 now, but what the Falcons are doing just feels different and a little reckless. But at the very least, the Falcons do have a good offense that can help him develop, whenever that may be. Michael Penix is the 4th straight Falcons first-round pick used on an offensive player and the 3rd consecutive at 8th overall. Last year, Atlanta took Bijan Robinson. He rushed for almost 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns on 214 carries and caught 58 passes for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. In 2022, Atlanta drafted Drake London. He's had back-to-back similar seasons in the pros, around
Ridley,
70 interceptions and 900 yards with a few touchdowns. He's a guy that you would like to see make a jump, and a consistent passer should help. General manager Tony Fontenot has been busy this offseason, and wide receiver was clearly a focal point. The Falcons signed Darnell Mooney to a 3-year, $39 million contract. He's coming off of back-to-back disappointing seasons with only about 400 yards each, but he did have over 1,000 yards in 2021.
Like, Jay, stop channeling again, man, bro.
In Rondale Moore in a trade
you're just stupid, bro.
Desmond Ritter to the Cardinals.
Like, it's obvious you got held back multiple times in your life, bro. It's fine.
A single touchdown.
You don't got showed in the chat.
Receptions. He had over 400 yards in each of his first 2 years.
Aren't you from Cleveland? Like, shut the fuck up.
Then there's Kyle Pitts at tight end, who went 4th overall in 2021 and had over 1,000 yards as a rookie, but hasn't hit the mark since. He's coming off of 53 catches for almost 700 yards and a career-high 3 touchdowns.
Fuck all the quarterback drama, bro. They need to make sure this young Falcons offense can actually fucking work and fucking produce on the field, bro. Like, come on, bro. It hasn't lived up to expectation the last 2 years, bro. It needs to live up to expectations.
There's some serious weapons on the Falcons offense, and a good offensive line.
I'm gonna fuck you, Cleveland fan. You're from Cleveland, so that automatically make you fucking slow. So shut the fuck up.
All 5 starters from last season return on the line. Atlanta has done a great
fuck what fan you are. Do I care about your Ravens fan? No.
Capital to build their O-line.
Could care less.
3 guys were first-round picks: left tackle Jake Matthews, right guard Chris Lindstrom, and right tackle Caleb Caleb McGarry. The Falcons took left guard Matthew Bergeron in the second round last year, and center Drew Dahlman is a 2021 fourth. Atlanta has a talented offense. It just needs to actually use the players correctly, and that's up to offensive coordinator Zach Robinson. He'd coached under Sean McVay with the Rams since 2019 and was their passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach last year. The reality is the Falcons are set up for their young quarterback to succeed. I think they have the right pieces, and Penix is an odd pick for now, but he could work out. Remember, the Falcons have been pretty good at drafting quarterbacks in the...
I mean, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. We don't have no NFL team, so I don't got no loyalty towards anybody.
First round. Since 2001, the Falcons have had a first-round quarterback they drafted start in 20 of 23 seasons. They didn't have one start in the past 2 years or in 2007 when Michael Vick...
Come on now, let's really talk about it, bro. In the first round, we drafted a black quarterback that's left-handed, and his first name is Michael. Michael Penix got to be a fucking dog, bro. Hopefully he don't fucking get arrested for dogfighting.
Out of Virginia Tech. Let's go Hokies. He transformed the NFL, becoming the first QB to rush for over 1,000 yards in a season, and has an NFL record 6,109 career rushing yards. He made the Pro Bowl 3 times in 6 years in Atlanta before he went to prison, and was suspended indefinitely before making an eventual return to the league. The other Falcons first-round quarterback this century is the greatest quarterback in franchise history, Matt Ryan, a 2008 third overall pick. He won an MVP in 2016 and helped the Falcons to a Super Bowl appearance. Ryan was a 4-time Pro Bowler and had a stretch of 10 straight 4,000-yard passing seasons. Safe to say the Falcons have hit on first-round quarterbacks in recent memory, but will that trend continue with Michael Penix?
I hope so.
The shock of the...
Everybody could be confused on this pick, bro. But if Penix reaches fucking... If he's just a franchise quarterback, bro, he don't even gotta win MVPs and shit. If he gets a couple Pro Bowls, this ain't a bad pick, bro. Tree isn't even a Falcons fan. That's how baffling the pick was. Whatever that means. They basically spent $100 million for a quarterback coach. These QB salaries are absurd, $40 million a year. It's crazy. I never liked the Kirk Cousins signing. I hated it. I hate like drafting or like paying mid quarterbacks, bro. If you don't think he's gonna be the quarterback for the future, bro, why pay him? Just to be mid for a couple years? I feel bad for Penix. The kid is 24 and potentially he could be sitting on the bench for the next 3 years after what kind of contract is it? Like, bro, how do you feel bad for an NFL quarterback that gets paid fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars, bro? He's 24 years old. He has to sit for 3 seasons. Has to do nothing for 3 seasons, bro. Like, and what the fuck? And you could be fucking Bo Nix stuck in the fucking Denver for fucking your next 4 years of your fucking rookie contract, not doing shit. Just getting belt the ass every game. But they feel bad for Penix, though. Just shut the fuck up. That guy's one playoff win. Exactly.